Greetings, everyone. This is the man from Boswak, Hi Jahbunny, better known as the Badass, and I am about to conduct a reasoning with my brethren, Ross Chief Congo I. But before the reasoning start, I am gonna play a voice message that I have received from Congo I that prompt I to make this reasoning. Here we go.
Greetings, family. Greetings, greetings. I hope that this can be shared with all family. Yeah. Rastafari family. Yeah. Yeah, man. We're realizing that divine integrity that one is supposed to be operating with, that puts what is right and just before even personal feelings or grandizement or benefits. First and foremost, the people should be the one that is, well, again, let's start like this. They are them, there are those, and there are I and I who are not moving the way they're supposed to. So no matter how much we say this is how things are supposed to be, you're gonna find those who don't want it to be that way because they benefit from bandugalism. You know, bandugalism, and scamming other black friends and brethren for what they got. And at the same time, they will block out those who they choose not to have benefit and put up who they are friends with. That's always been the case. Even when picking a team in competition when as a child. You know, you don't like that person, they don't get to be added into the pie, into the group, into the team. This is going on, my brothers and sisters, and that's why I suggested that we need a IRIT, right? An IRIT, the International Rastafari Indigenous Integrity Tribunal. And we know IRIT is spirit as well as ORIT, which is law. So when we establish those things, any kind of a petty divergence from what is divine integrity will have to end up as a, you know, you say you write a complaint or something like that, you can put one of those in from an act you've seen a brother or sister do, right, that you know is not beneficial to the collective. Now you could put your name there or you could do it anonymously. The integrity tribunal will investigate it and will draw these people up on charges. If you find that these people are being partial, you know, and cliquish in giving friends or people with money more benefit than your brothers and sisters supposed to have equally, then you will report them to the integrity tribunal. This is something that I am trying to get ones to understand, that if we don't establish something like that and be able to send in reports on brothers and sisters that are doing what is wrong, then they could go ahead and continue to be the spotlight rosters they are, continue to be in the leadership role that they are. We must report these people. And then the charge or the consequence, the charges should have consequences to them. For instance, that person should be banned from having anything to do with being the one that's, you know, in leadership in that sense, or being the one that is making decisions for others because he's shown bias and prejudice towards another set or group of brothers and sisters. We really have to put this thing in place, and the time is now to do so. Badass, I'm calling on you to help make this IRIT Integrity Tribunal Rastafari. It has to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just star. I'm calling on you also for this Integrity Tribunal. If you notice, I haven't texted you in a while or communicated in a while. You know, so I just been trying to get our stuff together here. But this is so vitally important, man. I got to put it out there. EWF, you know, rise on, you know, Naya Bingi members, wherever you are, whoever you are as Rasta, we gonna set up this integrity tribunal, and it's got to deal with all of you and all of I and I. You know what I mean, sir? On that level where no one can escape the justice. As long as they're there, involving themselves in other people's lives on that level, but being unjust, being selfish, self-centered about the power that's been given unto them by the people to do things for the people. So if people are getting IDs from the EWF, but because of money you can't get it, and people with money just go in and get things, and they're withholding things from people, that's got to stop. And you see the person doing that, he's got to come off of that. He's got to lose that power. He's got to lose the ability to make those decisions once we have seen that he's made biased decisions before. This is the kind of integrity and Ivan integrity I and I, Rastafari, to His Majesty and Empress Menen is supposed to be upholding. And anything else beside that is fraudulent. And I bun it, right? So let's begin today. This is Chief Aya Congo I, the bongo eye. And I don't know. I have to do my duty and I have to put it out there like this. So if you're in any position in Rastafari, Naya Bingi, Bubba 12 Tribe, wherever you are, EWF, wherever, the whole pinnacle thing going on with Catherine, how all these beings, everything has to be put out there. And once we have found the crime, we need to put it out there to the public, Rastafari family, and everyone else, so that these people can be known as fraudulent. Not just hiding it under cover and talking. No, you can then move like a pedophile priest from one Bingy house or from one Bingy family or to one Bubble family to the next and act like you're innocent and start your little wickedness all over again. So once you've been exposed, you have to be publicly exposed, and you have to be publicly defrocked, as they would say for priests. You have to be removed from the position you are in for making decisions for a collective group. Go and make it for yourself and maybe your family individually, but you cannot make it for the wider collective, because you've shown partiality, bias, and you've shown what you call, that same thing there. When you have friend, it's a clique thing. So this is I again. This is what I do, and I hope that this helps to put some fear in the wicked heart, to know that we are coming for you, and the crimes that you have committed against Rastafari and Rastafari people will be put in spotlight. You want spotlight? You want people to see you? We're going to show who you are.
Congo, I. Yes, I. I've heard what the man have said, and I now send you this reply. Um, with respect to one being accountability for one's action, it will be very difficult for us today to hold ones and ones binding to anything. I am of the opinion that this nation is a dying breed. When I say this, it offends a lot of people, and a lot of people get into their feelings very easily. Now, I have listened to what you have said just now and think with your reasoning. The reason why I am able to sync with you, I'm going to remind you now of a few things that I and I is taken for granted today. You must first recall that it was my generation that took the death before dishonor vow. Now, in taking that vow, we took that vow back then in the dark days and what we had all have in common then. And what we all had in common then was we all were subject to the same amount of suppression of our rights, i.e., Warwick Hill, Bacawal, City Kingston, youths grew up and clinging together for survival, Babylon suppressing us, Babylon capturing us at tender age, taking us to Formatory School, Alpha, Maxfield Park, Homestead Place of Safety, Chedila Park. I'm talking youths. And because we were all being subjected to that type of suppression, we had us to group together in these places of safety, boys' home and so forth, together to survive. We escape together, we do things together. When we come escape from these institutions, we become street kids and we took that vow in order to survive. And that vow spread across the ghetto youth, for lacking a better word. Keep in mind, boys at that time going to place of safety, going to boys' home, going to these different institutions, form different group, different um, who want don't turn alpha music, giant alpha music band, Stony music band, different things. Who never learn a trade, different things, but we still had a natural band. Today, things is different. The youths today, they are more privileged for free education, free this, free that, free that. And I think they have studied more than us, so they are more intellectually brighter than us. And as such, they want more than us. And they're willing to sell out anything to achieve what they want. And they did not take the debt before the sinner. So most people come into this nation now of Rastafari with the freestyle, learning that they can make some money from it. They can become a musician and they can loop two lyrics like Bob Marley and take the Bob Marley word for it. Because he was a sellout too, Bob Marley. He wasn't a part of us. So you have to first recognize all these things. And he's the one that laid the foundation for the selling out. So these children now, them they even sell out. Them just walk away from it. Now, when it comes to discipline, discipline will have to come from an angle where ones and ones will know that your action carry a reaction. So there's no reaction to any negative action today. When I was a young vanguard coming up in the faith, I knew that I could not violate. There was no written rules and written laws then, but there were unwritten rules and unwritten laws that I have to live by. And these laws and rules was something that you naturally know that was wrong. So, for example, I have never sold nothing out. I've never attempted to be a traitor because back then, a sellout, a traitor, consequence is death. If you had been following me, you would realize that enough time I bought my toe, lacking a better word, but I'm still here today because the powers that be, when they judge I, they would realize that decent, loyal soldier. Now, if you can say that for your brothers, then we're good. So, for example, we do not have to. Each one is their brother keeper. So you know, and I know what is right, and what you want is what I want. Such man, him want everything for himself. So therefore, he's all about himself. If I was about myself, I wouldn't respond to you now. And if you was about yourself, you wouldn't reach out to me now. So this is what we have in common. We have something in common. Now, when it comes to the people, I don't think we can rely on the people as such. We will have to first have a security wing that people have to know that when they violate, there is consequences. Everyone get up today and they just do what they please because there's no consequences. Everyone get up today and they just say what they want to say because there's no consequences. Now, the reason for that is that the nation, as I said, it's a dying breed and it's a young nation now. For example, I'm in the Asian Council of the Nyabingi group chat, and over there, when I listen to the youths, them, it's just chaos. Nobody's listening to each other. There's no respect. And the youths, they want to enforce respect on the elder when they don't even have respect for the elders. So, my brother, I am here, and discipline is something that I endorse on every level. But to really enforce discipline, we'll have to take some serious action amongst ourselves. A man have to know the consequences of his action. And once a man knows him action have consequence and the consequence is serious, a man will think twice before him take certain action, before him say certain things. I mean, I do not have to spell it out more than how I'm spelling it out. But keep in mind of the code of death before dishonor. It's a simple code. If you're gonna dishonor the nation, then you must be ready to face the consequences. So I'm gonna put this on pause until I hear from you, my good brother. Strength and more strength.